is not being reported by any. Getting all of this is exclusive, but up first, these are the headlines we are tracking for you. Erupt city of allegedly killed. Made in India, Prime Minister Modi takes a sporting 6,468 crore rupees aircraft to
रिजर्वेशन देना विभाजन किसी किस से
Amit Shah slams the politics be scrapped if BJP comes. Attacks shot in the leg in police encounter. Rescue operations in Uttarkashi halted. Pay tribute to Pranjal at his residence. Nation salutes. Ladies and gentlemen, start with a big. There is a mass in Pakistan occupied Baloch. This is against the killing of Baloch by a encounter, not one, multiple. The list by probably on your screens in a short while from now are from Turban, where Baloch mosques from civil society gathered to protest against Baloch. Now, to give you a background of this particular case, a Baloch was abducted on 29th of October. Relatives thereafter police station in Turban, but the police refused to cooperate and did not register the FIR of the abduction. 2 days, eventually, the police member came with a bogus FIR that was registered in the explosives. Now, on 21st of November, thereafter, the local ATC and requested for 10 days of lawyer prepared with the bill application. According to evidence used by the body, he was abducted on 29th of October. And he must be released on bail, but unfortunately, the released. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the violation of law. The Supreme Court of Pakistan must take notice against CTD and hold perpetrators in fake encounter. The protesters are demanding that a case of murder of victims should be registered to the CTD and that the fake encounters should be investigated by the commission. Here's for Balochistan to get access to these about the reality in Balochistan.
In Pakistan, massive protests have happened in Turban city. Youth killed in fake encounter by the counter-terrorism department Thursday. Victims were abducted by the ISI, the Pakistan Army, 2 months ago. Members, workers of different political parties joined the protest. family members, Baksh, along with people encounter, already in terrorism custody since arrest. Protest was also observed in the Shahid Fida Ahmad Chowk along Baloch. That a case of murder of the victim should be against the county department and the county investigative judicial inquiry commission. What Republic TV?
Parawat, who's joining us, getting us the latest details. Details of fake encounters. Exactly, this is huge right now. And protests are under. Have raised concerns about the fact that for quite some time, with very little World Cup first to you with regards to the details that have been by Republic TV with regards to the that have taken place.
Seven just to Balochistan. These you abducted by the Pakistan army. That the massive search was launched by the family members of the relatives have also lost, but they have found these dead bodies. One of the youth was murdered in the police custody. After that, the youth went to the concerned police station to get registered and FIR. Unfortunately, these to register and they've been after these persons, they have launched a massive search for people missing in who are the. After that, the massive search is the relative of the murdered along, which is in fact have learned from our sources. We have also the very place where the protest is going on. They demand to get high investigations. Yes, Shawan.
Quick question also that I want to take from you with whole of this and has come into light for quite some time. Is an essential with Balochistan is something that has been a huge concern. First time 30 counts have actually played out picking up in terms of the role of CTD and more several cases being deliberately done period of time with no signs of any stuff.
Earlier also will talk the same you and other persons where CTDs which they were that we have to they were found the bodies in the multiple locations. The Pakistan intelligence seen that the how especially we have seen that within 2 days the have been killed and the relative of these government, and in fact they have already started the agitation on the social and they have a concern about the right.
We'll try this broadcast just to give you a perspective. You can just go full frame visuals that have been accessed by Republic TV. These are images coming in. Now, is that this started in the month of October itself. Actually, remember, some of them have been working as laborers. They were fully abducted and there are signs of arrest. Family members were running from pillar to post, hoping that there would be some sort of system that would this deep rather than them took full advantage of the situation. They also have statewide agitation, and while they also like the encounter that was carried in this fact the nothing has really now, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, Baloch activists who once again spoke to the media, hoping that this would be turned out that nothing of that sort has happened. They will put out the fact that despite the action, or rather putting out details of what really happened, and then the CBI before one of who had recovered. Law have brought to the picture. Turns out that very little is essentially done by the Pakistani authorities. Colonel V.N. Thapar is joining us on this broadcast. Colonel, Republic exclusive, while with the current situation in Pakistan, but images coming in Turbat, where play are come under respect to the fact that while this has been happening for very long, the world does really.
You see, this is what happened in Bangladesh. Similar there, where the own population is mistreated badly, that they have the atrocities that have taken place are such atrocities. There is a policy of kill and dump, which means after a person has been captured or taken, he's just what can they don't and there is no solution to this. So this is going to more and more because resources these are exploited resources, and people have the who are supposed to get the benefit of their are not benefit going to tax on their so this is not carry on and the Baloch people are every third day you hear
well, in fact, Colonel Thapar taken cognizance by the world for a very long time. We've seen that Baloch activists, despite various global plans, been done, but this carried out for long, absolutely which has been hand in gloves for a focused out to the other, getting to the fate of the 41 workers that have been trapped inside a collapsed tunnel in remains completely unknown. The SNAG task force agency deployed for the evacuation to halt the building time. ITBP as well as other central and state anxiously surrounding the Uttar site of the American ogre metal in the final phase of the race, extending the timeline to retrieve the vertical and the latest also to the site and spoke to the truck. Let me go key camping there, the rescue operation that there would be, it seems, got delayed. First to you, this to while if you go around as to guests who are joining you on this.
Well, Shawan, the wait is getting longer and longer. Over here that it will take another 3 days. Which has been going on from the Silkyara end side has stopped. Initially 48 meters of wind, and after that it has happened because cell found over there. Has been found that girdle has obstructed the way through which there is an alternative plan. These have been sent to the upside of the hill, that second side of the hill, to the vertical drain. The vertical drain is to be started from tomorrow. As the machineries have over there, the road has been created of approximately 1 meter. From that, the position of has been done. See the side of the tunnel, the tunnel, from the perpendicular right side of the tunnel, and second one is the left side of the tunnel. So have been going on. So right, see the ground level. So there are 5 action plans. Horizontal from the silky end is one of the most planned. What have been told by the official that we will have much which is going on has got a stumble block. So by late, there's a that plasma cutter machine will be that the second process of cutting down that edgy part which has that will come out. Right now I'm at the ground level, so people who have been serving food to the rescuers, to the staff, basically end of the workload. So these people are basically providing food and people who are currently run down. I'm joined by who are basically now in this kitchen and
अनिल
जी यहाँ बन रहा है और सुविधा क्या
है और बोनवीटा है, फ्रूट है और कोई भी सब्जी है, मिक्स वेज।
जो कार्यक्रम है, ये जो काम कर रहे हैं, ये किस तरह की को खाना खिला रहे हैं, क्या जो वर्कर्स हैं हमारे उनकी फैमिली ने भी किया जा
या सब खाना दे रहा है फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट।
क्या नाम है? ये जो पुणे का काम आप का काम कर रहे हैं, ये काम जो है किस तरह 2 खाना देते हैं, जरा बताएं।
सुबह नाश्ता देते हैं, काम देते हैं।
जरा आप अपना नाम मुझे बताएं।
मेरा नितिन वर्मा।
यहाँ पर कितनों का खाना बनता है शाम
टाइम के अंदर 1200 प्लस हैं, लगभग ब्रेकफास्ट के अंदर 250, डिनर में 300-400 लगभग में, के अंदर सुबह नाश्ता होता है उसमें भी 250 के लगभग होते हैं, 250-300।
आप यहाँ जो ये जो आप क्या आप ये जो कुछ केसेस आ रहे हैं, कई बार कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम आ जा रही है, कोई ना कोई रिपोर्ट 1-2 बार 3, ठीक है, तो क्या लग रहा है आपको कब तक ये आप है लोगों को?
नहीं, अभी तो खैर इसमें कह रहे हैं कि 1-2 दिन का टाइम अभी और लग जाएगा, लेकिन हम चल रहा है में हंस फाउंडेशन सेवा एनडी से प्रशासन की मीडिया के जितने भी लेबर
क्या नाम है आपका? के साथ क्या करते हैं आप यहाँ?
हेल्पिंग है।
आपका घर कहाँ है?
हरिद्वार।
Getting you the latest details. She in fact charging members as well as those who are carrying out the rescue operation. That's also because this on the other side, the exclusive interaction with the deputy to Telangana poach essentially saying that it's the
राजस्थान अपराध में दिया।
आज हमारी पार्टी, हमारी सरकार आपके सामने जो काम किया उसके पर वोट मांग रहे हैं।
तेलंगाना में ना कांग्रेस को फायदा होगा, ये इस बात का फैसला कर चुकी है।
केसीआर, ओवैसी की पार्टी और कांग्रेस तीन परिवारवादी भारत का ने राजस्थान को महिलाओं के खिलाफ बना दिया।
आज हमारी पार्टी, हमारी सरकार आपके सामने वोट मांग रहे हैं।
We have with us the Deputy Kumar sir, who is here to overlook the campaign, we could say. there has been definitely a side of victory Congress with similar, manifesto released here also with similar motivation. Telangana how it's that have another victory. Different countries. So the Congress saw a victory in a similar manifesto, and third once Congress come up with similar schemes for the people. So I think they Congress faring well, going to fare well in this election.
Apart from the manifesto, we have in Telangana also we have a manifesto. Apart from Rahul Gandhi and Mallikarjun Kharge ji, 6 guarantees. We are committed to it. Congress party believes in its tongue. It is our strength. So people will believe.
University has been conferred the Property Award to Indian Industry CI for its portfolio, a reflection of Amity's research and innovation. 250 granted patents, Stanford, and 8
को महिलाओं के में नंबर 1 किया।
हमारी पार्टी, हमारी सरकार आपके सामने जो काम किया उसके दम पर वोट।
कांग्रेस को फायदा होगा, बीजेपी को फायदा होगा।
केसीआर, ओवैसी की पार्टी और कांग्रेस तीन पार्टियां हैं। आपका एक वोट भारत का कांग्रेस स्थान को बना दिया।
आज हमारी पार्टी, हमारी सरकार आपके सामने जो वोट मांग,
कांग्रेस को फायदा होगा न बीजेपी को होगा। ये इस बात का फैसला हो चुकी है।
केसीआर और कांग्रेस परिवारवादी पार्टी, आपका भारत का भविष्य वोट है।
in the narrative of what inspire, but also pave the way for future generations of male athletes. And welcome to Techno Phantom V-Flip India in association with Republic TV. On the show with a prolific cricket scorer at women's the former captain meet the organization who's from her to a team to becoming the highest scorer against ODIs. Tali's story is one of grit and determination. A trailblazer for Indian cricket, led the team against barriers and records. With over 2 decades in extends beyond the pitch. It's part of the Thank you for joining us and welcome to Tech and V-Flip IG. So dive into the concept, start rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could share the field with part of who would it be?
I've not really shared the field with Shantaranga. So one I would love to
What's your favorite cricket to play in and
Lords who is my favorite, the history and cricket played for members. So yes, it is.
if you could travel
I would say 19.
Who is the funniest teammate in the dressing room and what's
Someone who really helped Amita Sharma because of the same age. You like like suddenly you don't know just so I've really had very touch with her. Yeah.
nice? If you were not a cricketer, what do you think would
I would say I would be basketball with my heart. Not that much, but some sport. So that's sport. Yeah.
most you faced in your career and how did you
But my career was I just then like about 6 feet with this very high action. I'd see first floor and very difficult to kill within 3 years. I did much in my career.
very well? Not that I have a hamper to you, but, not have been as rapid. Answers were very interesting. So let's talk about you, Tali. Who in and how did it start with you? Because you're into academics and dancing have probably more natural for very different reasons. I've read. How did it start?
As you said, cricket happened to me, and I was definitely pretty strong. That's really happy to because to take care of myself and get home. What my father really hated in me was those plays as a child, get up early in the morning, person to wake home, only to inculcate the habit that he takes because my brother was learning cricket when he was my to the sports to an academy was only boys I saw. It was an exclusive boys camp, not a single girl, and like sibling, like older sister, older brother, you want to ape them. Whatever they do, you want to do. So I wanted to play because my brother was playing. So he said, "This is for girls. This is for boys." And I took it'd be only for the boys. But few random father would put under a throw back the ball. But score. You would see this young girl coming every day sharp at feel if you and see how she is.
So how far did you have to G of it is for boys and for when you actually did the gender that you had to face?
Was who he's in early 2000. I think we developed a thick skin. For us it was there was absolutely no money in the sport. It was pretty overlooked by cricket for a long time, and it was obscure. Say for example, record in 2002, and it wasn't a big thing. For me, it started with my own home actually. Get into sports. Through South family and Tamilian family. There are many when we travel by train. Just it's a hockey team, and we would even consider for us the playing. So tell them that we are stateside cricketers in India, and there were a lot of ignorant questions as to we do have girls playing, so what are the rules different because really don't have to play a test match, a 5-test match or a 4-day test match. You'd probably with a lot of patience answer all of it, but that her that still not recognized despite the fact that the girl spent amount of feed. If not the sport, you can't step out of the house for a long time. Going, I wear shorts, boys.
At that, the other days where you just a sense of vengeance that no one flip.
I had a very support system in my parents, my coach. Second, I felt the you change things is through your performance, through sometimes very rare opportunity to make use of it. The ICC tournaments, usually they are the big tournaments every country person would want to see national side is doing. So when we came under BCCI and then started ICC, recognized ICC, World Cups very impactful. So once we had in India, it was the right opportunity for Indian women team to do well, so that home best standard, encourage or inspire young girls. We change the perception of society and the parents so that they can allow the young interest in cricket. So that's what I felt, and I made sure that every time I walk on the people me or not people turn the stadium so that people will start up.
So what do you like when you were growing up? Miss one day?
Well, to be very honest, I've never been ambitious. I've been a very free-flowing person. I've been an extrovert. I would do anybody and everybody as a kid. But when I got in, because I started to represent under 14-year-old to go with the team as a 19 traveling reserve times overnight train. So I enjoyed from home, away from parents, just your teachers. You can have age group to say like 9 year old, but have 16 years you seniors in the side as your friend. A debut for the state in 1995 level. I was 1 year old. I was playing with parents would all about 5, 6-year-old. When I made debut for India, I was 16. Senior. I was 22. So, of my mental setup was still not there for me to always that age gap. So whenever or maybe of the team for one in the week. But when I have my own people around the comfort and then I'm a different person. I very much love them. But of playing India is something my coach has taught me a lot. Just not the sport, because I started at a very young age and I retired as a captain. So, captained 4 generations, I would say, from senior age to juniors, and the ones who were born after I made debut. So you can understand the generation of players that I've learned. Leader, I think even that has taught me a lot of lessons. It humbled me. And you want to change the world, you want to change of that. But I had a very good group of senior players to sort of navigate those phases of my career as captain. As I said, 2005 was my big tournament as a full-time captain, and as I had, it was pretty much senior side, and at the time I about it, and I had known whether I would be a good captain leading the team into the World Cup, and we came runners up. And my involvement in that World Cup contribution was more of a bowler than the leader, because I was rookie inexperienced and I had the experience like Anju to help me, and I was a leader. Was like sort of a thing, you know, I'm right, this is what we have to do, and all of that. And with period of time, I came to understand that this is not the right. I've developed for my teammates. Sometimes where they come or they are enduring maybe issue, and that problem is affecting their performance. Every time I'm new stuff how to do, because it's just not about leading a team onto. It's also managing to know how to deal with each and every player, their vulnerabilities. It's the job of the captain. It's just not about enjoying, but when people you back here and sometimes identify potential, how do you give them opportunity? And how do you give them the their own time? You don't push them to grow faster. Every generation had most difficult one of the age, and it was the reversal, I would say. Like when I started as a 16-year-old, I had senior like about then I found myself in a similar situation in the last World Cup, where, you know, and Shafa Verma, who were not even born when, and growing me, idolized me, got inspired by me. Suddenly, when you find your role model in the dressing room, how to go about it, would be a little uncomfortable. I had to find my way how I could sort of the player. For example, I had a partnership with Richa Ghosh, who had a lot of middle, and talk not really understand how difficult it is.
Right.
And, being a captain for such a long time, places I could. My journey as a cricketer, as a captain, gone through this like post BCCI. When we came under the umbrella of BCCI in 2007, a lot of things which as a players, as team, finding sponsors, organized or international regular interval, putting your structured, looking at stay, travel. This is of which fees, even though in comparison to men's cricket, it was about 25, would maybe it was get into the family where you get married or you get into finding another job, because clearly cricket you would make money. So it's not a professional sport. I've broken the world record at 214 runs. I don't have a video recording of it. It's only that whoever part team knows how they played or what the have been at that point of time, how the team has gone through this match. So there were many matches like that that we can only talk about, but we don't have a video to. So coming under BCCI and the first World Cup in 2009, like they're having the BCCI logo, and then it was time Star Sports to sort of cover few games of that World Cup, and I see what difference it could make for a player, for a person, and the sport. For the first time, I've seen myself. You have the greats of the game like Wasim and all, commentating, appreciating your stroke make, which you get to see only in men's cricket until then. And my father saw me for the first time live on television. Your cousins, all of them who know you, who've seen they all years only, in some ground. Actually, watching live on television, it's a big thing. So they had this big hoardings at the stadium say, okay, this is the next big event, the captain's pitch. And so I had a friend call me up and say, look, in England, this is a good way of realizing it. And the way the team 7, the end people cricketers. I think that's a huge point, and the credit getting the girls, the match fees is similar. So it was a long journey to see women. We had a season of women's Premier League, and girls earn money. Best players who probably wouldn't have even imagined of playing 1-2 months of good cricket can earn some amount. So I think things really are changing, and I'm sure it will only go bigger.
Absolutely. And for that, imagine listening to you through the hardships that you made through, and it was hard with these short commercial break. Now, with this conversation on the side, stay tuned to Tech Phantom V Flip 5 presents Republic TV. We'll continue this conversation with Mithali.
Embodies the true essence of flipping the in female. Her remarkable contributions to the evolution of cricket, leaving enduring unwavering passion and skill continue to inspire generations, cementing her as a Indian cricket.
Association with Republic Tali name is that, but now we really want to know more about you. You completely calm yourself down. How do you feel?
Without pressure, but expectation really doesn't work for me. Whatever in your preparatory camp, you can't really add anything else new before a tournament. But what I tend to do a lot more is work on my preparation. If you're in a good mental state, I think that really helps to understand the situation on the ground and you're calling.
And if not cricket, would you have been a dancer?
I clearly, for sure, because I was just 2 stages away from giving my grade, but not. So I would dance. Probably would IAS maybe. I'm also in sketching. Do that very often because clearly sketch much. When I have long breaks, I do sketch. I read.
So, Tali, tell us about some crazy interaction.
I'm sure for many to be there, but once this is not again in the digital, but was I used to get a for my birthday every year. This is 2000. I just moved into my new house, and for every birthday I would give me crystals. Sometimes a dolphin, sometimes there was a Taj Mahal. So my mother like, but didn't get anything from the guy. I said, I don't know who the guy can send me my a but this was one of the things. No, but promptly.
How far do you think that technology can empower women to shatter traditional gender norms and empower women to take control of their lives?
It definitely does play. For example, is like, you know, where there was matches televised, and now when the matches are a video analyst traveling with every team, state them, so watch performance, what won, what has worked for them, strategize. Simply bowler the batter is doing, and the batter knows what sort of strategy the bowler. You know, you want to express something, you simplify within minutes.
As we come to the end of the show, what is your work right now?
Well, I say dream big, be ambitious, but view your dreams and your ambitions with a lot of ferocity, courage, passion. Be up for challenge because it will evolve and grow. Anything that you achieve very early in life, if you want something to be sustained for a long time, quality is something which sustains for a long time. Wanting to achieve it overnight within 2 months or few years, which will take years to achieve, I think most of the time we go wrong because it comes from
short term work.
It never did, it will never will. So stadium would game would see this hoarding saying, okay, this is Women's World Cup. So the campus pitches where they're hoarding. Call me up and say, look at in like, this is not, this is a good publicity. The way team in World Cup, entire setup of people's
feels passion and indomitable spirit of existing legend. Hope you can learn from her. We'll be back next week with yet another. Until then, live. Stay tuned to Techno Fan in association with Republic TV.
Amity Intellectual Property Award 20 Industry CI for a reflection of Amity's research and with over 2 50 granted patents, 60 faculty in the staff of the and an index.
राजस्थान को महिलाओं
आज हमारी पार्टी, हमारी सरकार आप ने जो काम
कांग्रेस को फायदा होगा, फायदा होगा की आवाज
की पार्टी तीनों कांग्रेस ने राजस्थान को महिलाओं के खिलाफ
Prime Minister Modi takes sortie on Tejas.